All right, we're here at Gamer Dojo with Caleb. He just won the OTS tournament. What'd you play today?
Obviously, Fire King Dragoon. It's the best in the format. Fuck this card. Actually, you want to eat it? You want to eat this?
No.
All right, Nathan? Not Nathan. So, obviously, we played the best deck around. Gimmick Puppet Turbo. Dark Magician branded Gimmick Puppet Turbo. It's the best deck around right now. Nothing else can beat it. Everyone loves Gimmick Puppet around here, so obviously we play Gimmick Puppet Turbo. So, all right, we're gonna start off with a couple different engines here.
Is this the same as the previous list you won with?
It's a little different. It's got slight different spice. Not less, slight different spice, a little more spice, you know? It pretty much has more no cards in it. As in, no, I am going to use my effect. So, yeah, we're going to start off with 3 Illusion of Chaos. It's just a great card because it searches you any Dark Magician card. A monster card that is, and it lets you recycle stuff that you don't need back in your deck. So you draw a Gimmick Puppet, you draw a Dark Magician, you draw a brick, you just put it right back in. Gimmick Puppet, best card. We got 3 Magician Souls, which really is the best card in the deck a lot of ways because it lets you get draws, it lets you send off your Dark Magician or special summon your Dark Magician if you need to, again, do a Dragoon or something. Just a great card all around. Magician's Rod, its only use in here is to use it to search a Soul Servant so that when you have Souls or Illusion of Chaos in hand, you get to the Souls off the Illusion. You just send off some spells, you automatically get 2 draws off of the Soul Servant and then banishing the Soul Servant. If you send off another spell with it, that's a draw 3, so it just gets you into your other engine. Play the 2 bricks. You gotta play the bricks. Some people play a Dark Magician Girl, some people play a mana, mana. I don't think mana's that good. I don't think Dark Magician Girl's good. He at least floats into a Dark Magician if he's destroyed, and the best part about him is that he's a light spellcaster, so he makes Gimmick Puppet. Next up, we have, and that's another thing, real quick, This engine also facilitates Gimmick Puppet. You get an Illusion of Chaos or a Soul Servant or a Mahad in hand. Any of these cards can help you make a Gimmick Puppet with a branded fusion. So they're just awesome for that. They're for draws, they're for Dragoons, they're for Gimmick Puppet, they're great. Next up, we play 3 branded fusion. Pretty self-explanatory. You get everything out of your deck on this. You get a Gimmick Puppet.
He opened the call bot for the Ash.
Fusion deployment, yeah. Fuck you. I don't even know if I resolved a branded fusion today, if I'm being honest. I got hit with Ash so many times, I probably resolved to 1. We have fusion deployment. This lets you get your Dark Magician, your Cartesia, your, what's the other one there? Albaz to the field. Obviously you play 3 Albaz, you play 3 Cartesia. Cartesia lets you go around hand traps and imperms, stuff like that. Albaz just really, I mean, you can take a body off your opponent's board, make crazy boss monsters, and just facilitates everything else. So all that very necessary. You play 1 Quem. Quem just does a lot. She's not great on her own, but when you have other stuff with it, she just can facilitate a lot. She can get you multiple big bodies on the board just through herself, so she's amazing. Nadir might actually be the best card in the deck. This is a 1-card Gimmick Puppet lock. You can do anything with your turn. You draw any other 4 cards. You can go make a giant board. You can toss a secret village on the field. You can do everything, and then you just drop in a deer, and it's an automatic Gimmick Puppet uninterrupted. Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up from the back for the Gimmick Puppet lock. What else do we play? The Gimmick Puppet lock. These cards, well, Nadir, basically, I'm not going to go into the whole combo, but Nadir sends something off that gets you Albaz. You get Maximus off of that. That sends 2 more things, and that facilitates a Gimmick Puppet lock on its own. Look up Nadir. Look up Nadir Gimmick Puppet lock, and you'll see how it works. But basically, these cards and then some extra deck cards, that's a 1-card Gimmick lock. Duality is really just one of the best cards in the deck. Maybe even better than Nadir at times because it lets you shuffle things from the graveyard, a light and a dark, gets you a draw, but you could also just tag out either a Maximus or a Granguignol to get a Dragoon. You could also tag out Albion the Branded into Sanctifier, which gets you guessed it, a Gimmick Puppet. This is the newest sauce in the deck from the last profile. We play 2 crossouts and 1 called by. These are just so that you can say no to your opponent. They say, hey, I have an Ash for your Gimmick or for your for your branded fusion. And then I say, no, you don't. I have a Gimmick Puppet. Obviously, we play tons of targets for the crossout. We play the Ash, we play the Ghost Bell, we play the Ghost Mourner, we play the Droll. We played the Veiler, the Nibiru, the Shifter. I wasn't playing that at first, but then I got hit with Shifter like 3 times in a row after I was playing Crossout, so I got annoyed and I put a Shifter in there. And actually, Shifter won me a game today because I was playing against Sword Soul and I hard drew the Shifter and I was like, you know what, this isn't great for my deck, but it's worse for your deck. So I dropped a Shifter in my Dark Magician branded deck, which was actually pretty hilarious and insane. Did not make them happy. Yeah, Gimmick Puppet, best card. That's the sauce for that. The only thing that I didn't run in here is a Ghost Ogre, and I mean, I don't know, I might take 1 Ash out for that, but I also kind of like seeing the Ashes, because most of the hand traps, if you don't see them for cross out, they're still hand traps, so they're pretty great, but I don't know, Ghost Ogre isn't great because Ghost Ogre could hit your Albazar Cartesia. Going turn 1 doesn't matter too much, but Cartesia, if you don't have anything else, it could be huge, so I would probably take out maybe an Ash or just another hand trap, maybe like a Ghost Spell or something, but the Ghost Spell's good because it stops called buys from stopping your Gimmick Puppet, so you need the Ghost Spells.
Shout out Gimmick Puppet.
Shout out Gimmick Puppet. Next up, we have the extra deck.
Gimmick Puppet.
We play 2 Dragoons. It's the boss monster you need in every Dark Magician deck. It's also just great and branded, and Dark Magician branded, obviously, you need that. You play 2 Albion, the Brand Dragons, because you pretty much use him turn 1. He banishes stuff off later. You can shuffle it back into Rebellion, but you also need 2 because you can send this off of a Mirror Jade or something, or really a lot of things, off of Nadir as well, to facilitate a Gimmick Puppet or to facilitate Brand Diffusion for next turn.
I feel like this Gimmick Puppet card is like focus for your deck.
Yeah, Gimmick Puppet Turbo.
Okay.
That's what we're calling it now. We have Mirror Jade. It's just great. It really needs to be a 2 of, but I just constantly mess around with putting other 1 ofs that sometimes win me games. So Mirror Jade is really a 2 standard, but it could be 1 just depending. Albion the Sanctifier, Gimmick Puppet. Needs no explanation. Play 2 Grangagnols because when you play Gimmick Puppet Turbo, you need multiple Grangagnols. If you play 1 Grang, you're probably going to send 1 off, and then you're not going to be able to send off your Nadir later, or not off your Nadir, but you're not going to be able to fuse your Cartesia off of getting it off your Nadir if you don't have a second Grangagnol, because most of the time you're going to use it turn 1 and get 1, so you just kind of need 2 if you're playing the Turbo. These are both also Grangagnol targets, but also this facilitates Gimmick Puppet Lock with Nadir, because you can special summon a Cartesia off of this. Basically, you banish your Grangagnol, you can special summon either one of these. My theory was that if I've already used the Lulu, which I do a lot to facilitate a Gimmick Puppet turn 1, then Quertus is kind of good, because otherwise I'm just summoning either a Quem or a Maximus, which Quem is really good off of Grangagnol, but Quertus is kind of funny, because sometimes people think they're going for game, and then you just summon this, and unless you have level 8 or higher fusion monsters, all your monsters are now 0, so pretty fire. Garura, draw 1, gets you into Gimmick Puppet. Bussy and Brigrand, they get you into Gimmick Puppet. And then you have Psychic End Punisher, which I haven't been seeing lately. I usually see it a lot, it wins me games. Haven't been seeing it lately, but basically you have any level 8 on the field, which is everything in your extra deck, and then a lot of main deck cards. You summon an Ash, or just any other of those level 3 Ghost Tuner dudes, make a Psychic End. Cartesia and Dark Magician, Psychic End Punisher. It's just a great card. And then finally, we get to the side, play a standard, 2 Secret Village, 1 Terraforming. I really like 1 Secret Village in main. I think that when you're going first, it's just too cooked not to draw into, and sometimes even when you're going second, you'll draw into it, and your opponent just doesn't have that crazy of a board. You gotta go to the next turn, so you drop a Secret Village, it's pretty huge. But right now with the cross out and all the targets in there, it kind of just made the extra deck a little big, so right now we're just playing it inside. We have 2 Imperms, just because Imperm's great. We only run 1 right now because of the cross out, so 2 inside. 1 Nibiru inside, 2 total, because 1 is in main. Nibiru's just, it's honest, I don't think I would have won today if I didn't have Nibiru. Legitimately, I think Nibiru just helped me many times, and it's a great card, and I've slept on it for a long time, but 2 Drolls. Droll is just my favorite card. I think it's amazing. I run 3 Drolls instead of 3 Ash, which is kind of crazy, but I think it's pretty huge in the matchups that it works in. Today it did nothing for me. I think I sided in once and it did absolutely nothing, so that was fun. 3 Evenly. I don't think I'll ever take this card on my side. It's an amazing card. You can evenly Keanu 3 times in 1 battle phase with it, so it's just a great card because of that. You played Harpy's Feather Duster. Give a puppy best card. Harpy's Feather Duster, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, because you need back row hate for stupid back row decks. And yeah, you play one Humpty Grumpty as the field center, because Humpty Grumpty, I think it's German.
It's French. I pulled
French.
that card.
French. Oh yeah, this is from your collection. Yeah, right when I saw it in there, I was like, new field center.
Yeah.
Humpty Grumpty. Shout out Tyree for the Humpty Grumpty. And I guess the last thing I really have to say is Gimmick Puppet best card.
I thought he was gonna rip it.
Just rip it in half. Gimmick Puppet best card. Dark Magician best deck. Dark Magician. Gimmick
I don't know
Puppet
how
deck.
it's Dark Magician.